There was really only one thing addressed during delegations that was on the agenda, but one of the topics discussed both inside and outside was masks.
We are traumatizing our children every single day by sending them to school in masks.
Another school board, another display of demonstrations.
Want to be a counter narrative to the masks or muzzles and the anti-mask folks.
Both sides ready to wear their colors on their sleeves. And while it wasn't on the agenda, masks and COVID protocol brought these parents to the school board meeting, both outside and in.
When I told my kids they had to wear a mask this year, again, to help protect their teachers and their fellow students, they said, "Sure, Mom," and didn't say another word about it.
This was the first full week of school at Hamilton County, and it was also the first week students have to wear masks.
Masks work or they don't. Why does it matter if my kid wears it or not?
Some are concerned that virtual learning will make its return.
Virtual learning or busy work is not a best practice for our kids, and everybody knows this.
According to the school district, 13% of parents have opted their kids out of wearing masks.
It's always concern about what concerns our community, so we're working to watch that as close as we can.
As of now, over 1,800 students are quarantining after testing positive or being in close contact with someone who did. Board member Joe Smith says it's up to the parents.
But we continue to believe it ought to be about parent choice with regard to the decisions they're making for their children.
Hamilton County Schools tells us the peak number of active cases last year was 248, and today it sits at 209. The organizers of the Get Off the Grid Festival felt their event was too important to cancel. So instead of calling it off, they encouraged mask wearing, hand washing and sanitizing, and putting it on in a very big field. The show must go on, even if the crowd has to stand in mud.
Big challenges has just been really getting set up in time. The weather's been, hasn't been cooperating.
Get Off the Grid is a music festival dedicated to powering everything by renewable energy. And organizer Ed Whitkin couldn't be more passionate.
I think it's really important that we as individuals understand how energy works, how electricity works, where is our power coming from.
But Hamilton County's COVID spike put things in doubt.
We had agonized over this festival, whether we would cancel it or go ahead.
But for the organizers, their message was too important to postpone.
There's room to spread out, and there's plenty of room to learn.
They wanted to promote environmentally friendly ways of living, but they knew they had to have some restrictions.
We decided we would just cut off ticket sales to the general public.
We decided, yes, we can do this. We're outside, but we have to be smart and we have to be safe.
For festival goers like Lauren Nothan, COVID was a concern.
I didn't really want to be in an enclosed area with anybody.
So cutting the ticket sales off was comforting to her, but not for vendor Bonnie Casey's friends.
I have friends that would have come.
Casey, on the other hand, isn't too worried.
I'm healthy. I know you never know, but I'm just not extremely worried about it.
Mask wearing and hand washing was encouraged, and the event took place in this massive field.
A healthy planet breeds a healthy people, and vice versa.
Nothan has one message for everyone.
Protect the earth and protect people.
There is still one more day of the festival to go, so if you've purchased a ticket, you are clear to go.
Snow Hill Road has seen dozens of crashes in 2020, and according to Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. And residents are not only worried about their own safety, but increasing traffic and housing surrounding the area.
Back in July, county commissioners met to discuss a solution to help ensure the safety of drivers on Snow Hill Road.
And for property owners being able to sell their property and develop it, but we need to do it in a safe manner.
And last month, we took those concerns right to Mayor Coppinger.
Hamilton County is responsible for lots of road mileage.
A final decision was made to implement extensive paving. Now, with the project complete, resident Christian Burnett says it's even more dangerous.
It's like they threw it up in a couple of hours and there was no notifications.
New lines were paved in the road to create a turn lane, but drivers like Darren Lewis were left confused.
Vehicles going northbound just completely ignore the turning lane going in the southbound lane and just continue to drive through like there had been no changes.
Lewis says his wife almost wrecked trying to drive through.
She was following the new traffic pattern. The vehicle behind her was not, and it almost rear-ended her.
The site is known for 30 accidents and 6 deaths in 2020 alone, according to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. With Ooltewah High School nearby, resident Cheryl Hill thinks there will be more.
As we all know, young drivers tend to speed, and they're going to go flying through there, and someone is going to get hurt because they're not going to have the experience.
But what do residents want this city to do to fix this issue once again?
I really think infrastructure needs to be dealt with before you start throwing the developments in.
To Mayor Jim Coppinger and Commissioner Steve Highlander about the recent development and haven't heard back just yet.